Right, so here we go. This is how I make my and Mia's fake hand. So you use this alginate that I got from Amazon, from eBay, sorry. Now this I'm only going to make a finger because a finger's a lot easier to show you than making a full hand and video it myself. So you have to excuse the background noise of my dishwasher. So anyway, right, I'm measuring out 100 or 50 actually grams of alginate. Now my scales don't work very well, so they're on 250 as you can see. So when they go up to the 300, obviously that'll be 50. So pour in, it's really hard one-handed. So pour in my 50 grams of alginate, a little bit more. Now on the packaging it does actually tell you that you need 3 parts water to 1 part alginate. So with 50 that makes it 150 millilitres of water, but I like it a little bit. You can add water or not add as much to make it thicker or as runny as you want. Well, I like to make it quite runny because I find that that's easier for me to work with, and with making it a little bit runnier I don't actually get very many lumps in it, because that is one thing that you will struggle with, is lumps. So mixing is very, very important. Now you don't need to rush the mixing to a degree. You do have to be quick, obviously, but not really, really fast. Now while I'm mixing I'm going to have to put my phone down, so I will pause while I mix, and then I'll restart the video afterwards and carry it on. So I'm going to pause just for a second. I'll just pause it for a second and then I'll be back. So now we have it all mixed. I'm now going to pour it into my little cup that I want it in. Now I want it right to the top. I'm just going to put my phone down. Right, so now I have it in my cup. I'm going to get my finger ready. I've already put Vaseline onto my finger, and I'm going to actually find a comfortable way, and dip my finger in. Now making sure that it's not touching the sides of the pot and that it is perfectly in the middle. Now what will happen is, slowly but surely, this mixture will go white, a grey white. It takes roughly about 3 minutes, so I'll be back in about a minute in, and as you can see it's starting to go white. So I'm now on 2 minutes, and as you can see it's near enough completely white. I'll give it about another minute, let it lose that little pink tinge on the top, and I'll slowly start to wiggle my finger out of this mould. We're now at 3 minutes, and as you can see the mixture has gone completely white. So I'm going to gently wiggle my fingers, and there we go, have suction, and there is the cast of my finger. So next step is silicone. So I have this is my non-dominant hand, and these are 2 fingers, so I've got enough, I think, to fill them up. We'll soon see. So this is the next part. And just for those of you that are worried, now it does literally, if you get it on your skin, I don't know if you can see, but it literally just rolls off, so you haven't got to worry about getting it on your skin. Now, I've got my little mixing bowl, and this is part one. We're going to pour this in, the whole lot, make sure it's empty. So because I don't want to waste it, I want to make sure I get every drop. So I'll just hold it up for a few minutes. Then what I do is I will put the lid back on and leave it standing up whilst I pour B in and a slight bit of the colour. I'll get back to you. Right, so now I've mixed all the colour together, and both part and part B, and I'm going to pour into my moulds. Now this isn't so easy because I do really need both hands. So here we go. Now I'm going to pour it into the fingers first, and I'm only going to pour a little bit in, and then I'll show you why. So I gently pour it down the side of each nail part, and I fill it to the, not quite to the top. So right, and now I've done that, as you can see, what I do is I get my chopstick and I shove it right down into the finger, and I rub it around the edge of it, because if you don't do this, I've found that you get air bubbles, and you really, really, really do not want air bubbles in it. So I just keep doing this. I go back and I just make sure that I've got all of it in and it's properly attached, and then I roll that off a bit. I'm going to pop it in there, and then I'm going to fill my mould up. Right, and that's it full. Now I'm going to go to one of my fingers. Now I've left a stick in this one, which is fine, because I'm going to obviously do my little trick. So give it a really good poke, really good move around. Let my stick drain off a bit, pour it into there, top this up, and now my last finger. Alright, that's that one. And then I've got some left, so I'm just going to pour it in to this axis and just finish it off. It doesn't matter if it rolls down the side or anything, because luckily enough it just peels off. I don't know why, but it does. So I'm just going to finish off my mixture using up, making sure that about 2 hours. Here we are about 2 hours later. So as you can see, they're dry. They're not tacky. Once they're tacky, then they're not dry. If they're no longer tacky, then they're dry. And it just literally peels off the alginate. You need to give it a little pull, and there we have a finger. Oh, this one's got a little bit, a few air bubbles in it, but on the whole, not too bad. And then we have the next one. Oh, this one's got a little bit of suction. Oh, okay. Another not. It's got a few air bubbles, but not too bad. Now the hand I've already taken out. Now I had to dismantle this a little bit, which is quite easy to do. I just use a knife and I cut into it, and then I pull that piece out, and then it allows me to just pull the hand out. And there's the hand. I think out of all 3 hands that I've made today, I think this one is the best, I've got to admit. So, anyway, I'll hope Mia likes her hand. I'll be sending this to her soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.